All right, let's go to Migdala in Baltimore. What's going on?
Hi, thank you for taking my
Of
call.
course.
It's
Thanks for calling.
Migdalia, right? Migdalia. I knew that.
Medalia.
I knew that.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? I was thinking about amygdala. I'm sorry.
I trolled John, I got to be honest. Before we went on air, I just kept saying amygdala, 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 thinking he would screw it up. And I was right.
Well done, George.
There you go. What's your
But
question?
hey, he's one of
How
my
can we
best
help?
friends, and that's what friends do. So
That's
what's
right.
up?
So, my husband is being extremely insistent on my taking money out of my retirement in order to cover immediate costs that we have to bring income in during the summer, as well as then possibly take care of some more debt.
Are you guys retired?
No.
How old are you two?
I'm actually 60, and I've been home. I've been home with the children for the last 10 years, and have just started looking at the possibility of. I've been exploring jobs. I'm working on my resume, and I have lots of experience, so I think I would be able to get a job. And I actually have, up until I left work, I was always the higher earner in our family. And I don't want to take money out of my retirement to cover the next couple of months.
Is this an emergency
and
situation? Do you guys not have enough income to cover your bills?
That is correct.
Wow.
What happened? What
And-
happened?
We're not on the same page. I do the budget and say this is what it is, and we just don't connect. My other hesitancy is about 4 or 5 years ago. I think about that time, I agreed that I would pull out $100,000 from my retirement to get us completely out of debt, and that lasted about a year, and then we racked that up again.
Migdala, are you're talking kind of around the situation?
Mhm.
Is your husband out of control with his spending?
I believe he is. He doesn't see he is, but
Okay.
I do believe.
Because here's what I'm hearing.
and-
I'm hearing that you are financially secure. You're very, very smart. You're very, very wise, and you have an adult that you share life with who's acting like a child when it comes to money. And he's put you all in a position where you're not safe. And you're being very careful to not say that. So I'm saying it. So tell me if I'm wrong or if I'm right.
You're absolutely right.
Okay.
And I've been very uneasy over the last couple of weeks thinking there's something going on, and I couldn't quite put my finger on it.
Mm-hmm.
And I had already decided to give you guys a call. And in today's mail, it looks like he took out $10,000 out last year on his retirement fund that he's paying, but I just found out.
What is he buying?
So
Because this sounds very much either one of two things. He's really struggling with an addiction or he's seeing somebody else.
Well, I found out just 2 years ago that he did have an affair. He broke that off. My thought is that he's doing, this Bitcoin and things like that I don't agree with. And somehow he's going to strike rich fast. And so that's another issue because I don't believe it works that way. And
Okay, so
you have to work and you have to have a plan.
yes, you are.
Okay.
Yes, and once again, you are the adult, and you're being very, very wise. Around here, we call this financial infidelity on top of true infidelity, and it's very, very rare that somebody's just out of control to the tune of the money you're saying, and they're just buying. I mean, they may have like a hoarding issue, right? And that's rare. This sounds like something else is going on. I want you to hear me say you are not safe in this relationship. You're going to end up in a major financial mess. And my guess is if you go spelunking and go on an investigative journey here, you're going to find a lot of junk.
Mm.
Okay? This is a stop all the presses. We're going to see a marriage counselor before this week is over if you want to stay in this marriage. This is a scary proposition for you. And I think there's more to this story than you either want to believe or that you want to say over the radio, or you've chosen to not go digging because you're afraid of what you might find?
I think I absolutely believe there's more. I
Okay.
think everything in me tells me there's more. My priority is to protect my children.
Correct. And I think that is very, very wise. Does he have access to your retirement accounts?
Absolutely not.
Okay. There is a 0% chance, none, zero. Do not take a penny out of a retirement account. Okay? For your sake and for your kids' sake, do not do that. Cool?
Absolutely. And, I believe in, Dave Ramsey and what he says. And even though I've been out of work, well, not have been out of work, I've stayed home, which I truly believe is a calling from God to take care of my children this way.
You don't have to. Hey, you don't have to apologize. You made a choice, and it's a good choice. You did well by you and your kids. Okay, you're not less than. You didn't do anything. You may have a guy in your house wanting you to go make some more money that he can go blow on whatever the crap he wants to buy, and he may have beat you down with that over the last few years. But good for you. I'm glad you made a good choice for you and your kids. But your marriage is on very, very thin ice, and you know that, right?
Absolutely, I do.
Okay, it's time to address that head on, because this is part of money conversation, but this is a much, much bigger deal.
So is he the only one earning income right now? Do you have income outside of his?
No, and that's why over the last couple of weeks I started putting the word out. I'm working on a resume so that I can actually start doing hopefully some part-time work.
You've heard the Dave Ramsey Gazelle Intensity?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. This is Gazelle Intense about you getting an income.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? You aren't safe in the situation you are in. And I'm telling you this because I love you, and I'm frustrated that somebody has treated you this way. I'm also frustrated that you have everything you've told me about your professional life, about your parenting, you are very, very wise. And for some reason, you've chosen to not listen to yourself on this one. And I want you to start listening to you on this one because you're right. You know how bad this is, don't you?
I do.
You do. Okay? For you are worth more than this mess. Okay?
Okay.
Are you? How old are your kids?
I have a 13 and 14-year-old, and our oldest son is 19 and is a rising sophomore in college.
Okay. Yeah, it is. It's, man, I didn't realize you had minors in the house.
Wow.
Yeah. You've got to get on top of this ASAP.
I'm going to gift you a few things, Migdalia.
Yeah,
We're going to gift you Ken Coleman's From Paycheck to Purpose book, along with his Get Clear assessment and his resume templates to help you jumpstart this career and get some income in the door so that you can take care of yourself. I'm so sorry for what you're going through.
I want you to get a friend or two, tell them everything that's going on, because you're going to need some people to walk alongside you as you enter into what's going to be a really tough season moving forward. There will be light on the back end of this thing. We'll walk alongside you. Give us a call if we can help.